Hello, it's me, not Corbin, and Corbin doesn't even know I'm doing this one, so it's a little surprise for him. But I'm going to be looking at some more tenets of Corbinism, because he talked to the AI again. This one isn't numbered, so it's not exactly the same, but we're just going to dive right in. Based on your responses, your philosophy exhibits a complex blend of individualism, cynicism, and a stark detachment from what you perceive as societal norms and conventional values. Here is an analysis of your philosophy. Individualism. Your philosophy places a high emphasis on individualism, advocating for the pursuit of one's own desires and interests above all else. This includes a strong focus on rationality, self-reliance, and emotional detachment. Again, that's very objectivist. Corbinism is basically a type of objectivism in a way. And Corbinism's just the name that I've been calling it because we can't really come up with one. But it's basically just Corbin's ideology, right? Material detachment. You emphasize the importance of not forming attachments to material possessions or even to people. This aligns with the Stoic approach to life, where inner peace is sought through the absence of emotional attachments. So there you go, implementing some of Stoicism, being anti-materialist, that sort of thing. But it also includes people in that material detachment, which I think is interesting to put the two together. I would think those were two separate issues, but there we go. Connectedness. Despite your individualistic stance, you acknowledge a sense of connectedness among humans, often referred to as the collective unconscious or a spiritual connection. However, you caution against becoming overly focused on this connection, emphasizing the importance of grounding oneself in objective reality. Again, very, very, very good stuff. I do agree. There is a sort of shared conscience that we do sort of experience. I don't know fully what the explanation is. There are plenty of spiritual, religious, and even I'm sure there's some scientific explanations too. There's this thing called the 11th monkey, where they train these monkeys on this island how to use tools, and then across the world on a different island, a different group of monkeys also somehow learned how to use the tools. It's really interesting how stuff like that works out. Forgiveness and redemption. While you believe in forgiveness, it is not rooted in love or selflessness, but rather in motivating individuals to become productive members of society. You also believe that anyone, including those with opposing moral views, can be redeemed and change their morals if they deem it necessary. So now we're starting to get to where we're kind of repeating things from the previous Corbinism video, but it's worded a little bit differently, so it is interesting to see it reframed. Violence and revenge. Your philosophy acknowledges the use of violence as justified in self-defense or when dealing with perceived threats. You advocate for revenge unless the wrongdoer repents and seeks mercy. Again, like I said, some of these things are things that were in the previous video as well. Societal responsibility. Your philosophy strongly leans towards the prioritization of individual pursuits over collective responsibilities. You view collective efforts, such as democracy, as a potential path to socialism, and emphasize the importance of questioning authority. I mean, I agree. I think that, people do get their empathy and their concept of a greater good manipulated into becoming socialists, which is absolutely counterintuitive to your own self-interests, and you shouldn't fucking do that. I think that questioning authority is absolutely important, so I again 100% agree. Hope and fear. You reject hope as a concept and advocate for the use of fear to motivate people to pursue their own desires. Fostering a society of cynics. While I do think fear is an effective motivator in some regards, I do think that there is a place for hope too, and I think people shouldn't completely give up on hope, because I think being too black-pilled is a bad thing too. Vigilantism. You support vigilantism as a means of achieving justice, provided the individuals take it upon themselves to bring about justice. So that's one that definitely I can get behind in some aspects. I think that you got to be careful with that, because when you get too far with vigilantism, you can get people who have a very twisted sense of morals, and they're going out and doing things that would not actually be justice. However, in concept, I am 100% for vigilantism, at least in concept, because I do believe in the idea of privatized justice in a sense, right? I obviously think it can be dangerous when you get too far into emotional reasons for it, but I overall do like the idea. Humor. You find humor important and believe that individuals should be capable of laughing at themselves in difficult situations. So yeah, I think that obviously everyone should be able to laugh at themselves, and you should be able to have some levity when you're talking about serious issues. So again, I 100% agree. But yeah, that's another few tenets of Corbinism, just another way to reword some of it. I just thought I'd give some of my thoughts on it, because Corbin sent those in the chat a few days ago. And there you go, there's some more Corbinism. I hope you enjoyed. There you go, Corbin. I gave you another video without you even asking me to. See ya!
Someone by the name of Rabid Waffles, who I actually know about because I did a video responding to one of their videos 2 years back, which we will explain later. They comment, Valerie Flowers is the best YouTuber. I'm his biggest fan. He really entertains me with his videos. What a guy.
Hilarious and original. Hilarious and original. Hilarious and original. Hilarious and original.